Now that I've created an assignment, I want to go into my score sheet and score it. So I'm in the grading view on my score sheet. I'm in my Spanish class, which is a traditionally graded course. And I see my quiz that I just created, quiz 3. And I can score it right here, but there is an issue that you may notice if you add a bunch of assignments into PowerTeacher Pro, which is there's no scrolling. So right now on my mouse, I'm trying to scroll left and right, and I can't get to that quiz. So you can either zoom out to find these things, or this really useful button, show assignments from most recent. I can see the newest thing, and these all have the same date. I created them today. That's why it's over here after these tests and quizzes. So I can score from right here in my score sheet, which will pull up my score inspector. I can also do this from the assignment list and click on the assignment. And now I'm focusing in just on that quiz. Okay, so this is a great view when you're either doing a standards-based assignment or when you want to focus on just that one quiz. And the score sheet is really useful if you want to try to score multiple assignments at once. Okay, so I'm going to click here and get ready to score my assignment. First thing I'm going to see is the student name up here. It's going to remind me of that. I've got 10 points for my score. Over here, I can see that we're scoring out of 10 and we're using points. So let's say my student gets an 8. And let's say that most of my students get 8s. 75% of them get 8s. I can use the up-down button to fill. Pretty straightforward. I can then go in and change anything that's different. So this student got a 6 out of 10. Okay. You'll have to remember, you'll notice that over here we have these little gray markers that are showing that these scores have not yet been saved. Once I save them, those are going to go away and this score is going to go into the grade. Okay. I can also clear scores, and I can clear a whole bunch of scores by using the fill up down again, and it's going to clear the score. Notice that this gives me the option to undo. That's going to be really important in just a second. So let's say I just did that. I cleared a score, and I was just wondering about what this fill left-right does. So if I click that, you'll notice that that cleared out all of my other scores. If I were to hit OK now, I would have just deleted all of my scores from the trimester. This is a very important thing to know how not to do. I'm going to hit undo so that I don't lose my scores. Okay, I'm going to go back and fill my assignments in there again. Okay. Underneath the scores, I've got these markers that I can put on. So I can mark this as missing. If I mark it as collected, the missing goes away. But I can mark it as missing. I can mark it as late. I can mark it as incomplete. I can mark it as absent. None of these items will actually affect the scoring of that assignment. But if I mark it as exempt, you'll notice that the color turns purple. This is going to exempt the assignment from the final grade. This homework over here is a collected only item. So here, let's save that. You can see that that homework collected only is also purple. Okay, so purple means not counting in the final grade. Okay, below that, I'm going to leave this so that it counts. Get rid of that exempt. Below this, we have a space to put in some comments. And if I hit this comment bubble, that pops that out so I have a bigger space for comments. You can also have a school-based comment bank. Some schools have these, have set them up, and some have not. So that's something to talk to your PowerSchool administrator about. Okay, back in scoring, we've also got this button for special codes. Let me show you what that does. Special codes allow you to put in an I for incomplete, M for missing, N for not assessed or not applicable. This will also exempt the assignment. And then if you're using grade level categories, we've got 4 and then these other numbers. Let me show you how those work. I'm going to save this assignment. I'm actually going to go into a different assignment that is being scored using a letter grade. Okay, This is a letter grade. It's on a 1 to 3.5 scale. When I click on that, the scores that I have available in my score inspector are the letter grade scores. If I were to be grading this class on an A, B, C, D, F scale, that's what I would see. If I had a V, G, G, S, and N, that's what I would see here. Our special codes allow us to put in a 4. Now, a 4, you'll recall in standards-based grading, is above the grade level standard. We are trying to teach both parents and teachers that the 100% grade is a 3. 100% is a 3 because that's the grade level standard. A 4 is an above grade level standard. You also have these other options which are the same grade codes but with an asterisk. This is for students that have modified assignments. So this is not quite the same as if you have a student with a read aloud. That's an accommodation that they get. A read aloud may be the same exact assignment that the other students in the class are doing. But if they're doing a totally different assignment that's been modified just for them because they are reading at below grade level or they have some other special need, that's when you're going to mark it with this asterisk code to denote that it's a modified assignment. Okay. You can also override grades using those codes at the end of the trimester. So that's pretty much how you enter a traditional assignment.